Hello, everyone. This is a check-in video for week 4 of the course, just to make sure we all kind of know where we're going, where we've been, and what we need to do, what we'll be talking about. First of all, we should say we finished the first part of the course. If we look at the course outline, first part of the course is called Epicureanism and Its Puzzles. It consisted of these 3 readings from Epicurus, Nagel, and Bruckner. And Fisher, we have the basic Epicurean view of death. Death is nothing to us, neither good nor bad. And then the follow-up to that, objecting to some of the things involved in that Epicurean view of death from Nagel. The notion that death can't be a bad for us. And then Bruckner and Fisher, with the asymmetry problem, also kind of arguing that death can be a bad for us on different grounds. So having finished that, we have to go on to the first essay, which is due this coming Sunday. If you look at the module section of the Canvas site, the main section of the Canvas site, you'll see that it's where the essay assignment is, and there should be a video. Yes, there's a video where I talk about the assignment, so I would watch that. You'll have a choice between 2 different topics, so 2 different prompts to follow. So just look at that video, look at the assignment, and have that in by Sunday. So as you move into the second part of the course, this second part is about the concept of mortality. What did I call it? I forget what I called this part of the course. Maybe had something. Hopefully, had something snappy. It's a change. It's a big change in the kind of readings. The last 2 readings are very focused, if not technical readings, about certain conceptual problems that are raised by Epicurus's view of death. The part 2 of the course, the meaning of mortality, is, I would say, much more open-ended. Not that the readings are easier, they're not. But they're wider in the kind of things that they talk about. The first part of the course is very very finite, very well-defined subject. The whole meaning of mortality, as it's explored in Jonas's The Burden and Blessing of Mortality, and I would say Glenn Gray's The Idea of Death and Existentialism, is not so well-defined. It's not a technical issue. It's not a conceptual puzzle, as Epicurus seemed to suggest. It's more of a contemplation on the meaning of being mortal. And as we'll see, hopefully in the videos especially, the distinction between mortality and death is quite an important one. When we talk about death, especially in Epicurean terms, it's difficult to talk about, not because it's emotionally difficult, because it's just, what are we talking about if death is nothing, Whereas mortality is something we can talk about, because mortality is a state of being, the one that we're all in right now. Because mortality is just the state of being the kind of creature that can and will die, and we are all experiencing that. So it's a lot easier to say what it's like with some degree of confidence, right? And that's what these 2 readings, and broadly speaking, actually do. What does it mean to be mortal? And what are the philosophical problems that follow immediately, or not so immediately, upon realization that we are going to die? We are the kind of creatures that are going to die. So it's really an examination, not so much of death itself, this is why the distinction is important, but of mortality, which is a different sort of thing, obviously associated with death. So moving into a new section of the course, and I think a quite interesting one, and a broader one, and a more open one than the one we've been in. So yes, I hope that we all realize that as far as announcements, I just sent out another weekly discussion review video. I think it's very good to watch, because I think that the more you look at material about these readings, the better you're going to understand it. And what goes on the discussion board and my commentary on what goes on the discussion board is that. So I think that it'd be a very good idea to read the discussion review videos as they come out. Please also pay attention to these study question review videos, which are released every week. Right, that is once the reading has been done, I open up these videos on my YouTube channel where I review the study questions one by one. And since number one, every essay you write is obviously based upon your grasp of the material, and there'll be a final exam at the end. These study question review videos should be helpful. So yeah, week 4 of the course. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to contact me. I'll try to get back to you. I'll try to be good about getting back to people as quickly as possible. Just remember to email me directly. Don't message me through Canvas. It's too much.